the climax of the Barclays Scottish Open, and we were dared to truly match the splendour of Loch Lomond. Ernie Els always performs well around this exclusive links, but can he claim the trophy for a third time? Frenchman Gregory Avray has been in fine form these past few weeks. Much at stake this afternoon though. For our leader, albeit only by one, is lefty Phil Mickelson, and so far the world number 3 has looked at his imperious best, making a splash by the Loch. So it's Mickelson by one shot. Then comes Avray and a succession of wannabes chasing the $1 million first prize. And it's good to see Darren Clarke playing all 4 rounds. So we suggest you sit back, enjoy the world-class scenery with golf to match. Welcome to day 4 of the Barclays Scottish Open from Loch Lomond. It's easily the best day we've had at this year's championship, although 1 or 2 threatening clouds have passed by in the last hour or so. Huge crowds at around 25,000. The last day record high. So the question is, who's going to win? Well, the head says Mickelson, but remember last year when Johan Egberg came through. I got that wrong, didn't I? What's his name? Edfords, that's it. Can't read my own writing. He came through with a 63. Eggnogs all round, and you never know. Certainly the tempo has noticeably taken an upturn in the last few moments. And there's almost a tournament within a championship taking place. There's one place available still in the Open Championship. We're looking at that story throughout the afternoon.
Big Ernie Els has played beautifully this afternoon, but unfortunately the putt is still not quite behaving. It seems to be hitting the putts better, and hopefully a few more will go in. But this tiny par 4 on the 9th, just 340 yards, and the hole cut right in the back right of the green this afternoon. A couple of bunkers up there to be avoided. Could get very close to the green. Smashing this drive. You can see here it's a very difficult spot for the hole, right back right and a little plateau. And you've got to take a bit of a chance. If you slip over the back of the green, you're going to be in trouble.
Only 3rd in the driving distance category. A new driver he's using today, using next week.
Beddow leading the par 5 6th for Mickelson. He's given an outstanding exhibition around the greens. It's strayed a little bit, but he's chipped and putted quite beautifully. I should say another par here.
Yep, he's back a little bit on the power from the tee. He's still 6th in the driving distance.
Just a hybrid club here for maybe just a long iron. Not many players carry it long, a 2 or 3 iron anymore. You don't hate to see that when you go with a layup and hit that.
Possibly, but you'd love to see it bounce as it did back towards the fairway.
No, too true.
There's a noticeable increase in activity on the Loch. It has been a beautiful morning and lunchtime.
Just a 3-wood here for Mickelson at 7. Good par 4, running right along the side of the Loch. Called Jan Bonnie Banks. And that is as good as gold. 440 yards this par 4 measures.
he's still holding on to Phil Mickelson's shirt tails. If he were to finish second, that would be good enough for a place in the Open. But there's a lot of Open contenders, shall we say, on the first page of the leaderboard. This is Lomond putting for birdie at the short eighth, the shortest hole on the course. Par is 71 if you just join us. 36 out, 35 back, although the second half is marginally longer than the front nine. And the course designers Jay Morris and Tom Weiskopf.
It's a beautiful golf course, let's face it. And Lomond is going very well this afternoon. Represented Finland at all levels as an amateur and became the first Finn to win the British Amateur Championship at Royal Liverpool in 2000. And he's run up the field this afternoon. Did drop shot at the second, promptly eagled the third, birdied the fourth. Nearly made 2 at 5 and birdied 6. They're going very well. Currently 10 under.
Ian Poulter. I would imagine Poulter and his playing partner Garcia will be quietly pleased about the way the game is coming to a peak with the Open Championship next week at Carnoustie in mind.
It was a super chip. We had to come through the valley and up quite a steep slope there. So good effort by Ian Poulter, who's gone out 34, birdied 8 and 9, and took 6 at the third par 5, but did birdie the other par 5. The 6th. There, so going well again today.
It's all too much for some people. That was from the shortest par 3 to the longest par 3, where Ian Poulter almost chipped in the 11th. It's like Soren Kjeldsen. You can see he's on the leaderboard. This is his closing hole. Very fine day. It's a pretty good chip, and if he can hold that, that will be a round of 65. Not quite the 63 of Johan Edfors we were looking for.
A couple of them today, Mark Foster finished beautifully with a 65. And several players going very well. Dirks now did 66. They are taking advantage of a gorgeous day.
Just over 190 yards for Gregory Avery.
Off the right, 181 is 189 to the back right edge of the TV tower.
Perfect now.
Yeah.
Start on the tower, right cut a bit with the stop.
Just a nice smooth one with it, yeah. Green will do all that for us as well.
23 paces in and 5.
Iron.
It's 5 iron in the last one, just over 200 yards. Not quite make the putt. You can do something similar.
Cool pin to get at with his usual draw.
Looking for it. A par and not quite making it at 8. Goes back to even par for the day. 8 under overall.
see his short game skills again.
Yeah, you can see he's not backing off, he's going at every turn. You can see how close the Loch is to that green. If you just get it going a little on a breeze there, you can finish in there so easily.
Everett 11 under. Just the one birdie so far today, plus the one bogey. So level par for the day.
Well, drove it in the bunker here, Ernie, so just to get the cut he was after off the tee. He's had trouble from this very wet sand as it's been all week. And this is more like his normal performance for the sand.
Yeah, I thought he would be a little frustrated. He's only held out of a bunker, only got up and down twice.
And that's out of about 8 guys.
Yeah. Puts him one ahead, -9 of Mark Foster, who was previous leader in the clubhouse. So Mickelson's still in control by 2 over Gregory Avray. Richard Sterney going well.
He's going very nicely. Good to see. Of course, he's had a great year, winning at the Celtic Manor, 3rd in the BMW PGA Championship. As Ernie tries for a birdie at 9. Sneaking off that leaderboard, you've hardly been aware of him as Luke Donald.
Yeah, Luke Donald's 9 under, but in truth, is running out of holes. He's only got 3 left to play. But Ernie Els goes 9 under, and they say the tournament starts back 9 on a Sunday.
That's true. See how still the flag is just lying there. Nice lie here, uphill lie. Should get this close. Settle down. Oh!
There we do. Stroke of luck, because that was going off the green. And sometimes a little bit of luck that you need.
You can't win without a lot of good golf and a fair amount of good luck. But that was a break.
Well, he's 12 under now, and
Worth another look at that. You can see Head was starting to chase on much more than he expected, but that's one of the few we've seen go in. We do weekly chipping at 18 last evening, but we've seen more hit the pin and come out than go. Want to have a bet on Mickelson chipping his in?
well, I wouldn't bet against it.
Nasty against the collar, going with the putter, which is I think a good decision.
Look at those people growing out of a bush.
Beautiful speed.
So he will tap him for par and remain at 13 under, and 1 shot to clear for Gregory Avray. This drill, he always repeats it. Wedges himself into position.
He always looks beautifully comfortable up here, completely relaxed over here. It's something worthwhile copying.
So the lead trimmed to 1. McDonald, Ernie Els, as we noticed, have both crept up to 9 under. Soren Kjellson leads in the clubhouse. Ian Garbett having a fine tournament as well. -8 through 14.
Yeah, it's good to see. He always struggled a bit with the putter, but I mean, he's a wonderfully steady player.
Well, he's been a stalwart of the tour, and yet he's never finished in the top 5.
It's amazing. In any event.
In any event.
That's amazing.
I know. Would be a good place to start here.
They're just. Yeah.
And probably behind that Barclays sign, there's a yellow canoe, a kayak, which Audrey, our camera woman, came to work on a canoe.
Lives the other side of the Loch and just paddled across. She's a very fit lady.
But I've worked out that if the wind gets up, it blows her home. So it's not quite, it's a little bit easier going home, as it should be, from the west. Anyway, these at the 8th, it's only a 9-9 for Ambre, but if there's any wind, it's into.
It's true. 141 yards to go, and the hole cut just in the front left, 8 paces in, 4 from the left, so it brings that front left bunker very much into play. Wonderfully relaxed looking swing. And a great result. Good shot.
Yeah. Phil Mickelson and his caddy Bones going to school. That would still be cold, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just saying, I bet it's not warm. Beautiful setup.
He thinks he can get there with a wedge. He's absolutely right.
Well, like it's a little short. It could have sucked back down to the pin. Super drive for Ernie Els down the 10th. Six iron. The 10th, 23 paces in, 6 from the left. The hole is complete. And that is a
It's that sort of putt that he hasn't been making quite as often as any else would expect to make them.
I get a feeling that if he starts to get a few, a lot he's going to make it. Remember in Munich, nothing really went to finish at the end of the week. He finished 4 behind the winner. Nick is fast. And again here, nothing really, but he's still right up there. So his golf has been first class.
And then an equal 3rd place. Might very well be 3rd on his own at team this time. So Richard Sterney going very well indeed through 14. He's 10 under now.
Got a couple of shots, which is asking a lot on this final few holes. But
Anyway, this is the 12th, Sergio Garcia. Who's playing with exciting 2-ballers. And no surprise they're taking a big gallery round with them. Both 8 under. And both picked up 2 shots so far today.
pitch on taper. Okay, Lomond to this 9th green. Okay. Russia played their best.
You know, before he turned professional, he had to do his 2 years national service in Finland.
Never seemed to do too many of the boys much harm when they had national service, did it?
Thought I'd get you going with that. So a par. That was pretty good by Phil Mickelson. I thought at first he goofed it.
So I say, was lucky that tee shot just missed. Like, maybe a yard too far. It could have spun all the way back to the hole. So a chance now for Havre to get to 13 under. It's a good tee shot here. And it's still a difficult little putt left for Phil. So the club head was almost past the ball, wasn't it, with that lofted wedge? Could very easily hit it twice.
But before you write it, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Yeah. Uses the belly putter.
We'll try and get away to the right.
Pulled a little early this afternoon, so nearly made one here, didn't he? Just on the right edge of the hole, it could have gone in quite easily.
Rather, as he did yesterday, he settled down and he's playing steady rather than spectacular golf, but you know, steady golf might do it.
So Mickelson hasn't been quite as on form as he has been the previous round. He's sort of missed a few greens. And he's held a couple of good putts for par already. And thinking back, he's actually one putt of the previous 5 greens to him. And at 6, and to be 1 under for the day to show the golf. There's not been good. You've got to scramble. It's not a game of perfect and never will be.
Well, there are rich pickings here, with the first prize being £500,000 or $1 million, and second being a third of £1 million pounds. That's a fan.
It's right. I just think rich pickings for the birds. He looked so well in it. I know, what's that, a pheasant or a grouse or a grouse?
Yeah. Apparently the one we saw first day is a peregrine falcon.
Ah, I thought you had that.
So we were miles out. We thought it was a buzzard or a vulture.
No, well, we first guessed was an eagle, which is a falcon is an eagle of a kind.
And Luke Donald 10 under with Richard Sterney. You know, just needs one of them to make a break, have a run.
That's right. Well, Donald might just do it. He's just birdied 16. One of the hardest par 4. Normally you have par 5 for the members.
This is the 10th. Early hours. Let's have a look at this putt. Yeah, one against the head. You know, if someone finishes strongly and sets a target, as we saw last year, you know, nobody could get it head force set the target. And one by one they came, and one by one they were found wanting.
Well, they moved the tee up again, inviting players to have a dip at the green, as Ernie did, and then managed to up and down it from the bunker. But no nonsense here with Havre, just laying it up into position and try and pitch and putt for his birdie. Look at that beautiful sky. Bunkers out of play by using the eye, but leaves him slightly longer pitch, so it's still not too far to go from there. Well, do you think Phil will have a crack at the screen, or what do you think?
I think he go for it. It's definitely on.
Oh, no, as I say, they've shortened the hole. There's 280 yards to reach the front edge, so you can definitely hit it that far. But there are a cluster of bunkers there that you've got to avoid, the ones near the green here. Ernie was trying to cut it in left to right and just got it in the front left bunker and did very well to get it up and down. So the way Phil pitches, you don't think he needs to have a go. He pitches it so well.
Well, they're on the green. He's waiting, and I think he's going to have a go.
Yeah, I think he is. Well, that little first bunker there is 238 decay and 294. The second bunker we have close to the green, 294, but moved up 40 yards, only about 254 to carry.
And Steve Webster and Oosthuizen. Oosthuizen, who's level par in the pinkish crimson shirt, really pink, well pink, and in the green shirt, Webster, who's +1, and hopefully we'll get that shot back right now. Nicely done. So Steve Webster out in 36, level par.
He was yesterday, it was wonderful 64 he had, but he actually took 5 at the 9th, so.
To the 11th.
Playing at 215 yards today, Beds. So, and 5 iron for Ernie. And that's a good one.
Yeah, got to stop and stay on the same level. It's a driver for Mickelson. And that sky, you can see that's where the weather's coming from. That's a good news.
Beddow right cuff at that one. It's nearly on the 18th fairway.
Well, he needs a bit of good fortune now. And if he finds it, well, he's going to hit provisional, which he did yesterday. I think it was on the 14th for a sneaky bit of practice. I think the crowd have already found the ball.
Set up the first driver shot, looked well behind it and just never got through. And just hooked it away miles. Almost looks like he's coming out of the bag there, doesn't he, that little boy?
Over the other side of the fairway. That's where Phil Mickelson's ball is. But he's got a very tight shot to over a bunker and to a pin. It's cut on the right hand side.
That's true. It's not an easy shot for Wes. You remember he had a weak shot at 14 yesterday when he had a dip and got very lucky in the hazard. It wasn't wet and very nearly made a birdie out of it. See if you can pick your favourites as they go through the leaderboard.
Darren Clark a 66. And there's a little bit of cheer in the Clark camp. 67 for Bradley Dredge, 68 for Paul Broadhurst. G. Milka Singh a 73. Thomas Bjorn, who we both felt was going to do well this week, but hasn't transpired.
Yeah, honestly did well. We'll have to keep an eye on him next week at the opening. Did look to be swinging very well. And Paul Laurie was another one we felt looked so good and has sadly gone backwards during the course of the week, as has Romero.
Yeah, he was second or joint second here last year. And the race for the Open Championship continues. At the moment, it's Gregory Abreu by 2 from this man, Ilonen.
Yes, oh yes.
I'm assuming that one will be for par. Comes the 10th hole.
All right. Yeah.
Been lucky really, because quite close is where the spectators have trampled the grass down.
Second shot on the way into the 9th green. And he's done well once more.
You can see what I mean though about Phil Mickelson short-siding himself.
And the Mickey's out to play today.
17 for Luke Donald. Now if he could finish birdie. Might just set a target, you never know. Let's say he's got to hold this one. I don't think it's long enough though.
And the greens all week have just been a little slower than the player really enjoyed, but can Ernie pop this in for a 2?
That's okay. It is few and far between on the 11th, and that par 3 always acceptable. Mickelson, we understand, has asked for a referee. And here he comes. Did he get through the crowds?
Nasty shot for Phil, as you're saying. That hole is like 4 paces past the bunker. For this stuff, it's so difficult to control.
It's easy, I wonder, trying to get a drop for casual water.
Thought there was any there. Wow, good 3 for Luke Donald. Left himself a nasty 4-footer at 17. So
You can see right here, I'm going to nail the hole in my follow through the ridge there.
So how do you intend to play the stroke?
I'm going to hit a lob shot, open up the face, and I've got to come in from this angle here to avoid this grass. So I'm going to be hitting it with an open face. I'm going to nail the top of the lip there.
Yeah, well, I mean, we give relief for lie of ball and the area of intended swing.
Oh, so swing is definitely part of it.
It is,
Okay, cool.
absolutely.
Now, I don't think it's much. I only need a few inches to get away from it, but the angle at which my angle of attack will definitely...
It's reasonable you will touch it with
Absolutely,
the Just find your nearest point, somewhere here.
Maybe right about here?
It's getting dry.
Yeah, that's a bit near the hole, I think.
Oh, sorry. Not there?
That's fine, and then you may drop with it.
Clean it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there.
One club
Must
length?
be a path. Must be
Good. Within one, yeah.
a path which has got wooden supports on either side. Must be a path.
Will you see if that's okay? On this side here, you can have this. Just keep on moving back here. That'd be great, please. Keep on going, please, guys. Keep going. Thank
That's
you.
a lucky break because for sure he's only making the rules work for him, but for sure he's going to have a better line than he had before.
That's for sure. Because
Might be a little bit further up.
the top players, they do know the rules, and if you know the rules well enough and you can help yourself, you're doing the right thing.
Well, Sevi was a genius with the rules. He'd have a couple of quick drops and he'd have been putting. Look at that. That's a little bit better, isn't it?
You're hearing a water tap. Tap that. Thought I heard what the course was. What a tap you're doing down there, I can't believe
Or
it.
whatever it is, it's a lucky break.
Very lucky breaking in the hay. And now, the genius this man possesses from these sort of shots. I wouldn't be surprised if he walks all over the board. What it would take. Shot is great.
Yeah.
Great.
Wherever you think is the best way. Just give yourself a good angle.
Okay.
Just getting himself into the zone, if you like, again. Need 100% concentration. Looked very simple, didn't it?
Looking for a seventh straight wonder to go out and 2 under. It shows that he's been a bit all over the place. But he's done extremely well. No drop shots. Oh no, there is a perfect duck dart. Successful too. Got a little water in my ear there.
He's looking for his pass.
Played completely in the orthodox fashion for Gregory Andre. Played up, a beautiful pitch, and he convert and make a birdie and chance to tie the lead, but you feel Nicholson's going to walk away with a 3 as well. Downhill. Well,
And we hear from the course that Phil Nicholson got a drop because there was evidence of a burrowing animal.
That didn't sound like what he was talking
No,
about at all. He
no.
was saying, I've got to come in from this angle, I'm going to hit something or other.
When I say that, there are plenty of rabbits around.
Oh, certainly. Havray dropped the shot at the second when he missed the fairway on the left. And great pitch to make his birdie in the third, and since then been steady as anything.
Yeah, out in 34. And Mickelson wants this putt to also be out in 34. Well, you could have conceded it. It doesn't look like missing one. Yeah, was lucky.
He had the grace to say it to have a little lucky there. But he did it. Once he got the drop, he played a fantastic shot and no problem with the putt.
Graham McDowell, birdie at 14. He goes to 10 under.
5 under for the day, so there's a great golf being played out there. Taking advantage of the nicest day in weeks.
And Edberg, Pella Edberg, also goes to 10 under.
He's got something, this young man. He's 28 years old now, but boy oh boy, he can steam it out there.
8 iron, 161 yards.
The whole 31 paces from the front edge, right in the middle of the green. Short.
So the final 2 ball of the leaders indeed have moved on to the 10th.
It's a 3-wood for Havray down the hill. 316 yards to run out of fairway down the hill. Yeah. And there's a little ditch past that. I'll just now see it playing, sure. Did see the one yellow one there the one morning. Left.
McDonald, the 18th.
Like a hybrid iron or a rescue club.
That's a brilliant shot. That beholds that will be for a 64.
Right there, yes.
McDonald started off at 4 under. It's, Mikko Ilonen. That's a bogey. There's a good couple of hours before we see the final 2 ball march up the final fairway. Luke Donald. Can't really say Luke Donald milks the applause.
No.
Yeah, it's just a neat, tidy, fairly undemonstrative player.
No, really not been aware of him, and suddenly there he is. Another good roll of the ball by Ineos at 12, but he had to settle for a par. He had made 5 threes in a row, so we're looking for a 6th there. 6 threes in his last 8 holes now.
Par 5 coming up. And look at that. Phil's Army.
A few of the people have gone used to next week too, won't they, for the Open. This is great to see. This is Beddow.
At the 15th. On the left. See the pin down there. Attacking every pin now, or trying to.
Trying to, 415-yard par for that one. We go back to Sergio and Ian Poulter. And this is where Sergio had a dip at the screen. They moved the tee up here as well. The 14th with the 2 fairways. So chipping for a 2. But in fact, he's putting it. He chips it so well, I'm surprised. Putter normally gives him a bit of trouble.
Sending a dummy to the cameraman. Still a little bit to do. Now Donald for a 64. That's the target. 11 under. I think it's enough. Again, you just never know.
Weather change suddenly. He's played the scores well. He's been right up there in the top 10 a couple of times, I think, hasn't he?
Yep. Well, oddly enough, it's an American-style course, and Luke Donald plays most of his golf in America these days. I know that seems strange to say on the shores of the Bonnie Banks, but when you look at the bunkering, it's an American-looking course.
Very much so. You know, he just never got in to go 70, 69, 70, but today, obviously, the putts went in. 6 iron here for Havry. Has it some stunning iron shots.
Get up there.
Just a little further right, it would have been very good.
Both of them have been a little bit inaccurate off the tee. But I like Averay's attitude. He's going for every pin as well.
Right, I'm surprised he's had 11 putts too. I thought he'd done. You know, I mean, I've hit more greens in that. 190 yards left here for Mickelson. Also hitting 6 iron.
Down. Get out.
It's fine, well, don't win.
Asking it to get down straight away. Again, it's the right length.
This hole, of course, he was very unlucky. He plugged the ball so deep into that front right-hand bunker that he had to take a penalty drop yesterday afternoon and proceeded to very nearly hold it. After dropping it, for a shot. That was his only drop shot of the day.
Yeah, it's been a masterclass. I think we described it yesterday. Today he hasn't hit so many greens, but it's still a masterclass of chipping and various ways to get down from around the green.
Again, just the importance of a good short game. You can't always play beautifully. You've got to be able to play those little shots and a variety of shots around the green. That's Jenny Simmers. They're doing the scoring. The Dublin takes charge of the lady scorers here. They do it every year. The same ladies here. And her bonus is to do the final game on a Sunday afternoon.
Well, I hope she's learning, yeah. Obviously she plays, does she?
I think she does, yeah.
Yeah, learn anything or two from Phil Mickelson.
Well, except she's a right-hander. But they all, same thing, applies left and right, let's face it.
Peder Edborg finished equal third last week, won the biggest check of his career, moved him up to 52nd in the order of merit, so he's having a good season.
There's another big finish here this week. He could make another huge jump. Currently joined fourth. This is for a par.
Oh, okay.
Nicely done. That was for his par.
Sterney lost a shot at 16 and promptly birdied 17, so he's back there, joined fourth.
Garcia for birdie on 14.
Ouch.
Funny in that Sergio Garcia and Ernie Els both a little bit out of sorts with the putter. You can see Els there, 10 under through 12.
Mickelson's birdie chance at 10 in a beautiful way.
I mean, it's almost the perfect putt. He, gives it a chance to go in the hole.
It's a pleasure watching him.
Stand still, please.
Looks nice and relaxed, comfortable, happy. Oh, you little sweetheart. Right, Havre. There he played second in the sticky stuff. Sitting slightly up the hill. Awkward shot. Can't get it all.
So, quite a difficult putt left for his par. Doesn't really want to let Mickelson get away from it. Keeps him within 1 or 2 shots, and then anything can happen.
It's not all over by any means.
When I said at the beginning, the head said Mickelson will win this. I've seen nothing really to change my mind.
Yes, as they haven't played as comfortably or well, he's missed a lot of greens. He's done a lot of good work. But when he suddenly gets threatened and he keeps hitting like that, you never know.
Hutch's heart says this man's going to win.
I'm not sure, but I think he's playing better and he's going to get up close and take a lot of confidence into next week, particularly. It's a big par 5 down, 560 odd yards. And that was a 5-iron right at it. So you must have been that special. The tee shot again was pounding that driver 330 yards. A good shot, man.
Smiling all the way to the green. Just thinking Ernie Els' aeroplane is a little bit bigger and a little bit faster than that.
True. Very tough par putt left here for Havre at the 10th. It's to stay within 1, Nicholson. They have been a little on the slow side all week and they just ran out of gas. Good stroke.
tidying up. And the lead is 2 again.
As well as the 15th being left chip to here, this for his par.
So 9 under now. Looking back from the 11th green towards the 11th tee. It's you don't really get the idea on television, but it's a little bit uphill.
It certainly is. You know, it's where the hole is today to carry that bunker. I think it's about 218 yards to carry the bunker.
But you see what I mean, that bunker there, it's not a Scottish bunker.
No. It is a very American style course, there's no question about it. Again, we could mention as you go back down to the tee, the scoring has been fantastic today. And all due, I think, part the course is in great shape. The greens maybe not perfect. The rest of it magnificent. The weather is just astonishing. Isn't it? It's
Well, I think it's because we've had so much rain. We're pleased to have a dry Sunday. I mean, in a normal summer, this is far from normal so far. You say, well, that was quite a nice Sunday, but a few clouds about.
looks like one of the hybrid irons. See how many players are carrying a couple of hybrid clubs, don't carry the 2 or 3 or 4 iron anymore. So they've all got 2 or 3 wedges. Sound shot.
th and Sergio Garcia. He of the pink trousers and shoes.
Peak and sunglasses earlier on the tee. I saw it on his practice tee. And a good shot from him as well. They pull each other along.
3 iron for Gregory Avray. To the flag.
Good shot.
First look today at Richard Sterney.
This is a good looking swing. Short chap, and watch the swing. You're going to see plenty of it in the years to come. That's a pity in the bunker, but attacking the pin, it's back right. It's really been a stout effort from him. And she missed it all.
Crowds have been getting here since very early this morning. She's just having a snooze just to. And there is HRH, the Duke of York, who's a keen golfer. Is he a former captain of the RNA, or is it? I think he is, isn't he?
I think it is. Isn't
Yeah.
it, Jack?
Anyway, probably popped in on the helicopter.
This could make a big noise if Ernie can make this eagle putt to get to 12 under, and it just might get Mickelson's attention. Well done.
joint second now. 2 shots behind Phil Mickelson. Yeah, you bet that's going to get Mickelson's attention.
And that's his 8th 3 of the day.
Well, he else won this title in the year 2000, won it again in the year 2003, and he's normally thereabouts. So a significant move. Luke Donald, 11 under, that's the clubhouse target.
You're getting that same old exciting feeling on a Sunday there.
Well, certain players are interesting. A couple of years ago, speaking to Ernie and just saying what motivates you, and he said, "Well, when he turned pro, money motivated him, and he's a professional golfer." And tell you, just watch Ian Poulter. What Ernie was saying is now he's motivated by titles.
True. Well,
Look at those there. Aren't they?
you have to have those dyed.
I don't think even I will wear those.
I don't think he would.
Well, I think about it.
But I must tell you, he does look very, very smart. Sterney at the 18th, and behold it.
Well, that's significant. He draws level with Luke Donald. 64 also for Richard Sterney.
Boo Weekly and really, I think we would have been very impressed with this one. He's dominated the amateur scene back home. He's really coming into his own as a professional. Already won this year at Celtic Manor. But Ernie,
well, he's the next generation chasing Ernie Els, and I reckon Ernie's going for the green, going the straight way.
could he make it too? This is such a dangerous shot.
This could be a key moment.
Yeah, very key.
The crowd like it. What a shot.
We've got a little tear in your eyes. Well done, Henry.
What a shot. Now if he knocks that in, game on.
Back on the 11th green with Gregory Havre up the hill for a 2 at this par 3. Well done, good putt.
Mickelson's already putted and up by the side of the hole. Should make his par.
Well, he's not stone dead by
No,
any
he
means.
isn't.
So here we saw the second into 15. This to match Poulter's birdie 3.
I think in the case of Ernie Els, having that ability to pull the special shot out when you need it.
Well, that's the great champion's ability, isn't it? That's what it is. Both he and this man won 3 majors. Both would like to add to that tally. And both have great records, you say, in the top 10. They both finished in the top 10 several times. Well, plenty of times. They're always in contention. This is a big putt.
Well, he won't know about Ernie's shot at 14, but he might know about the eagle at 13.
And another beautiful hole 4 for the
Metronomic.
maybe putting a little better today than that, because we have seen several putts hold. Billy Edberg.
This is the 16th.
Go on then. Brave devil. It's 11 under for him, joint fourth. With Sterney and Luke Donald, and he's got a couple of holes to go, and he won't back off.
That's not a band head he's got. It's not. That's a bandana, not a bandage.
That's right. Apparently they wear them when they ski. That's he's a wonderful skier from all accounts. And his pal makes them.
Right, Havre for par. Well done. He's hanging on in there. Those sunglasses on in his easy French manner. Looks like one of the crowd. Evil Knievel's going to jump those boats later on this afternoon.
We saw that wonderful chip in, didn't we? It's 7 from Havre when it's going a mile. Now Sterney holding the bunker shot at 18. A wonderful shot down the hill into 13 by Ernie. And Graham McDowell missed it. The par putt in the last minute, cutting for a birdie 3 at 16. Toughest par 4 on the course.
Oh yeah.
He and his partner made 3.
Oh yeah, toughest hole in the course.
It's meant to be.
I know.
The man was played as a par 5, 490 yards. No breeze. What a leaderboard.
Phil Mickelson still, as he has been all day, keeping the pack at bay. Ernie Els is going to make inroads of one sort or another. So we go back to the 12T.
And a 3 wood for Phil Mickelson. Normally hits this very straight.
We'll look at the 12th out of an avenue of trees. It's slightly elevated tee. Comes down those bunkers on the left. Shouldn't really worry you. And you can see the green goes in all sorts of ways. There's no bunkers, but the most common way you miss the green is just short on the right hand side. You just roll back. So in many ways it's a sucker pin.
Also 3 wood for Gregory Havre. Foreman balance has been terrific throughout this event.
Well, he's been staying at our hotel, and the thing that's noticed me, he's a lovely chap, Gregory, but I mean there's not an inch of fat on him. He's lean as a butcher's dog. He looks very fit. Waiting for the leaders to come through. Havre and Søren Kjeldsen, the leaders in the race for the one open spot. Of course, Louis Oosthuizen has also got an interest in that.
Certainly has.
Good to see Ross Fisher playing a little better on a final day.
And nice to see the US Open champion there round at 67 this afternoon, and also just getting his game in shape for next week.
If the weather behaves, it's, you know, we can take a little bit of wind. What we don't want is torrential rain all the time, but the weather is seasonal, shall we say. It promises to be possibly one of the best opens ever.
Look forward to watching it.
Jose Manuel Lara playing with Ernie Els.
Quite under par today, but it's lost a lot of ground. Currently joined 13th. But Ernie, can he go eagle? When did that last happen?
If he does, he's level at the top. You know, he's never really been in contention. I mean, I know he's been thereabouts on the leaderboard.
Yeah, but and he missed several chances going out.
He's
on the
every
front
day,
line.
every day.
Every day he's missed chances. Something special.
Just toward a fraction.
That's all.
Mind you, it's a very easy birdie. 13 under, just one behind.
15's a chance, and then those last three, well, those boys are playing them beautifully today. And 3 of the day.
So, just deciding on what club he's going to select on the 12th. You can see those bunkers, they're not in play. No percentage in trying to pound a drive down this hole.
No. The swing does look pretty much more under control. Probably doesn't swing back nearly as far as he once did. He's a very big man too. Strong. Beautifully natural setup. Looks very comfortable.
.175 yards, only a 7-iron, and a beauty.
It'll be interesting to watch how he responds, because he's been a little loose with his play, but you'll know what's going on with Ernie now and Gregory, and he's being challenged. And we'll see how his game tightens up. I think it probably will.
Number 173, an 8-iron.
We'll have to crunch it. He really swings beautifully past his left side. That's the way, they just push it a bit.
Fifteenth tee, and Els, the fairway wood.
It's 283 yards to the left-hand Barclays. The way he's been pounding on it today. It's a nice smooth 3-wood. That's a cracker.
I think the bad knee that Ernie sustained knocked him a kilter for a couple of years, but I think he's over it now.
It looks to me like he's starting to enjoy playing again, which I think is so important. Just to get playing golf again.
Well, I know that's whenever he asks you, what do you think?
Yeah.
That's what you tell him, don't you?
Yeah, always. Yeah. I wanted just to play golf again. It's nice to see the putter start working a little bit for him, and I think it could be a big threat next week. He loves the challenge of the seaside golf courses. And, And he's good in the breeze.
Well, you know, he obviously has a chance, and but there's still the luck of the draw, isn't there? If you, in the morning draw, you can get blown away and not have a realistic chance, or vice versa.
But too true. Well, your draw can do it for you. Kelly Edberg is also putting together a wonderful last round. He's played some great stuff. There's a chance for a 2 here at 17. 3 at 16. Playing alongside Graham McDowell. Headbands, wristbands, and here we go. The outback.
I swear that was Wayne Riley.
Yeah, could be. Oh, so nearly that was to get to 12 under. Very tight at the top of the Swan was oblivious. Signals there just around watching Lomond. It was a good 3. Well, another nasty lie at the 10th. That didn't play a particularly good chip, and again off a good lie here. And maybe the pressure starting to tell on Gregory.
Thank you. 30 more feet. Have quite a bit more, please. Thank you.
Get a spot in the Open next week. McDowell, and this is for his par. This little one like this at 15 for his par. Not this time, well done. He stays at 10 under and 5 under for the day. Just one birdie on Phil Mickelson's card so far. That came in the 3rd hole when he was to play safe with his 2nd shot. He had a glorious pitch to about 4 feet. Hard everything else. Most of it's been a scramble. And another par here at 12. He's got the steam to get it up in 2 down the par 5 13th. He can knock it off the green with a good one at 14. So these next 2 holes are going to prove something. Is challenging Gregory of the top guys to get into the Open spot next week?
I think Mika Ilonen and Soren Kjeldsen.
Oh. Another good tournament on Soren. He just pops up. He's a good
But
player.
I mean, you'll see when the leaderboard goes up. I'll explain.
Okay. Come on, Gregory. Well done.
Good save. That was a feature of Gregory's play on the back 9 yesterday. He saved a number of pars with good putts.
Did. Well, then he hit a glorious shot in here. I think it was Friday. The pin was down left. Can he do that again? That's more than an 8 iron. Great shot again.
whatever happens this afternoon, he's got to be delighted with it, and you feel he'll go to Carnoustie in confident mood. Now he goes to Carnoustie, he's qualified, because you can see the round disc, and that's an impression of the claret jug in there. So Gregory Avray hasn't got one, so he needs to qualify. You can see Mikko Lohnen and Søren Gelson are his main rivals.
Nicholson missed this fairway yesterday. He's out with a driver that occasionally goes astray, but not this time. That's fine.
Actually, those impressions of the claret jug. I don't know what sort of TV you've got at home, but they don't look much like it on our monitors. Which is a shame, because I promise you they're beautifully crafted. Anyway, Avray has the sole possession at the moment of the one place in the Open.
You can see the bunkers left and right be avoided. It's wide fairway, not so wide when the wind is firing.
Right down the middle of the fairway.
And he's not short at all, is he? He's up
No.
there. I mean, Mickelson is very long on that level. This is Louis Oosthuizen. It's a birdie down to par 5. And from Mossel Bay, he's going along very nicely to couple under, and a 10 under, joint 7th.
And he's another one that's not qualifying for the Open Championship.
So I thought he had, because he was right up there with our ordered merit. In fact, I thought he won our ordered merit. Let's have a look and see if there's a thing next to him.
17th, par 3 in Volta.
Oh, a quick bounce for a change.
As yet, no one's claimed the car there for a hole-in-one.
Right, okay, and he find a good stroke here. Go on, Mr. Right, so we're going to try and come a little from the right, nice and positive. The rhythm going in the stroke.
We'll just share the lead. No,
No, I was hoping he wouldn't look for too much on the right. Would have been for a 10-3 in the day.
bit of Archer for a birdie on the 14th. Only 8 under. 9 under. Judged by the direction. He obviously hasn't been making too many putts.
I just think down there, 2 putts there, Bernie could have just popped the last 2 putts in. He'd have been in the lead. I mean, it really come from nowhere. And they were both solid chances.
Easy boy.
Yes, I know.
Lennon. He goes to 11 under.
That dropped us off from there, but birdie 13 and 14.
Now a big moment for Phil Mickelson. I'm sure he can get on it into. It's into what wind there is, and there isn't much.
Wonderful 5-iron early. At 5 feet, made the putt for an eagle. The little man that tracks the big wallet. Second shot to the 18th. Yeah, safely there.
He comes from Sweden. He plays at a golf course called Hook Golf Course. It's a bit unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose everybody slices there too. Bolter. After a nice little bounce off the edge of the green for a 2. And can he sneak ahead? And
And you saw that just a green, so we'll go on. See if you can do better.
So yeah, dropped the shot, I think. Let's hope he didn't miss this little one. Just doesn't look good with it. It always looks stiff somehow. Fancy it was pity.
It must be so frustrating for him because he knows if he put it half decently, he could be contending virtually every week.
Too true. 234 for Phil.
We good too.
That's
Looks like a hybrid. So terrific shot.
Yeah.
I've just got a feeling that his game was going to tighten up once he was being threatened.
Driver for Ernie Els. He doesn't like being second.
Good. Being well respected. That's good.
.238. Only a 3 iron for Gregory Abbray. Trying to hold on to it.
Oh,
Unlucky.
good. Unlucky.
Must have looked very good for a while from back where he was standing. 66 players made the cut. The cut came at -1.
And if you remember, Richard Sterney had the birdie 8 and 9
Yeah,
to make it
he
right
did,
on
yeah.
the mark.
And Louis Oosthuizen made it right on the mark as well.
And he finished there, held on to his 1 under through all that rain and rubbish
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
Friday night. And look where they are now, great stuff. You've got to try and hold on to every single shot in professional golf, or any golf. And that's what the great champions do. They never waste a stroke.
Edberg on the 18th. No, it's not
No,
Edberg. Sorry,
That's
Graham McDowell.
Graham McDowell checking the Hedrigs on the green.
Must have been pretty galling on Friday. What did you shoot? 271s. What time after tomorrow? Well, you can get a plane at 9:15, 10:15, or 11:15, depending on where you're going.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Stunning standard of play. This is not an easy conference. 71, 50 yards, and that beautiful little chip here.
Louis Oosthuizen, if he can get up and down, would make it 3 birdies in a row.
He obviously had a dip with this 14th green as well. Yeah, another shot you can mess about with. And that's the problem. When you have a go and get it in the wrong place, assume you've got no chance.
he could do with holding this. The lie's good. Bit to do. This is Edberg playing with Graham McDowell. Almost didn't lose his turn. Now Phil Mickelson for an eagle, which would surely be good night. All the other arrivals move left to right. Has he given enough? We had. That's a birdie, which is going to put him 15 under, 2 shot clear of Ernie Els. Two-shot lead it is. What can Ernie do about that? He's got a 4-iron. Sit. It's a chip. It is uphill. It's about time he hold one. I've set up lovely for you.
Yeah, it wouldn't be over June. If you want to have Ray. Back to 13 under.
Ray birdie, a good birdie as well, and that puts him 13 under, gives him a 2-shot cushion over Mikael Onen.
And I think it was a very important par at the previous hole, that putty hole, from about 12 feet well done.
There is the leaderboard, which the leaders can see.
Back on the 18th green now with McDowell. We saw the chip come to here this spring, this par. And around 67. Or 66 rather. Hey. A couple of little ones missed at 15 and now here. It's a shame. But he's starting to play better as well, isn't he, Graham?
Oh, undoubtedly. So, Dow finishes 9 under. Remember last week he won the prize for leading Irishman, but he frittered away shots over the last few holes. That's a very, very good round by Garrett Edberg. 66, 11 under. Another huge check to delight his bank manager.
And his little caddy. Really, I've been very impressed the last few weeks. He's really, well, since Munich, it's Vienna.
Austria, yeah.
Yeah. We hit that drive that had Jimenez laughing his head off at the 8th hole. He hit that drive with 370 yards.
Now, drama here at the 14. 2-shot lead. What does Mickelson do? Bearing in mind that he went for the green yesterday and got very lucky. He was actually in a, in a hazard and played out of the hazard. you know, everything dictates that he goes up the left-hand side and plays it safe.
You think so? But they hate to back off any shots. They would think he wants to win that.
Oh, he's gone for the driver. He's gone for the driver.
It's almost a macho thing, isn't it? You've got to have it.
The thing being, every time he's taken the driver out of the bag, he's invariably hit a wild shot. Remember the ninth? The first 3 shots he hit on holes 1, 2 and 3 were hooked.
That's right, but he got away with it 9-10 to birdie, a bit of a drop, but this one he got away with it. Yes, and made a good forward.
Well,
Okay.
fortune favours the brave. We'll see. He's got away with it. I mean, it's not lying that well.
Well, just see again what he can do with that short game of his, because
He
that's
does,
in thick stuff. The pins against him.
does love a flutter, doesn't he?
He's a gambler.
Yeah. Now what does Gregory do? He's got his game plan. A little fairway wood. He's going out left hand side.
Across the water and over the bunker. What excitement it would have been had Ernie hold the putt there for a 2 and the 1 and the next for a 3. Could he find a chip shot?
Simply got to make that one back. There was a brave play.
And that's basically the first green he's missed.
Ian Poulter to 18. Only 10 under. 4 under for the day.
Way to a slow start too, 4-4-6. Really well since.
Anything else? This one for par must go in.
Pushed all the way and putting the chip shot, of course, was on tape. But that's now just when we thought the putter was coming right. Nice putt. Don't hold at 10. A chance.
He's now 3 behind Phil Mickelson, and in 3rd place, 1 behind Gregory Everett. So Everett again will probably be trying his best not to look at leaderboards, I guess, but Mikael Onen is his nearest rival in terms of the open spot. There's Louis Oosthuizen. He's not qualified.
I thought he had from back home, I must be honest.
So Oosthuizen needs a pretty good finish. He's 10 under at the moment, as you can see. So a plot within a plot.
This is Garcia. And he's had trouble, so this is for a 1 over par 5. I'd rather finish to his round. Good shots at 17. A couple could go here.
5 par 71.
There were 3 of those. There were 65 yesterday. There were quite a few in, for example. 7. That's 71, 75.
Quiet, please.
Well, the 14th, and this is Gregory Avray from the left-hand side, 101 yards across the ditch to the flag. I can tell you that Phil Mickelson has been rewarded for his bravery with a pretty good lie.
It was a beautiful release of the club. Good shot.
Very strong performance from Avray, and you start to hope that he does clinch that open place, because kind of he deserves it, his play this week.
The French presence once again introduced it.
Yeah, well, he cried last time. He usually come bad. Ernie Els.
Well, we've got 29 paces in, 5 from the left, so 6 iron.
That should have been cut then, though, isn't it?
There's 3 in a row, so we're too late. Hope to get at least one of those last 3 putts.
Well, you never know, he might make that one.
It's like a 60-degree wedge.
Hello. Well, he will probably make par. That's the first one he's fluffed all week long.
First,
You gotta back up because your shadow.
wait and see what happens.
He's just had a quiet 10 seconds, just collecting his thoughts, and he
That's right. And even from here, it's very close to the pin to him. I think the screen's running away from him a little bit here too. Not dead.
and the grin looks a little bit fixed now, or a grimace.
Avray has got a chance. He pops his in for a birdie. Mickelson misses, they'll be tied.
And one thing's for sure, Els needs to make this putt at 17.
And another birdie at 18 to have a chance of field. 2-3 might just be enough. To drop. He certainly from nowhere gave himself the opportunity. Just about snatched this title.
Well, the key shot was that 5 iron on the par 5, 13th, wasn't it?
Yeah. And also the beautiful drive into 14, and they're quite able to make the putt from the 2. But great promise in the round.
And, Jose Maria Lara, who's been a little bit of a sideshow.
It's even par for the day. It's right. Avray for his birdie 3 to go to 14 under.
putter. Well, he has been, I'll say again, he's been so good at those putts to save his par or even make a birdie. Now it means that Phil Mickelson has to hold his to stay one shot in front, and it's it's no formality for sure.
Anything but it now. There's a load of pressure on Mickelson now. Right, can Mickelson hold another one of these? He's been holding them with great aplomb all afternoon. This is probably the most important of all of them. Stay one ahead.
It wasn't a good putt. Wasn't a good putt from nowhere. Phil Mickelson takes a 5, drops his first shot of the day, and we're level. Phil Mickelson and Gregory Avray, both 14 under.
Birdie chance possibly on 15, and the final 3 have got to be played. Now can Ernie close the gap a little? This for a 2.
Just beyond Ernie. You know, if he was chasing one of them he could drop a couple of shots, but it's unlikely that both leaders will drop shots.
Put together a wonderful round, but again the putter not quite as he can putt. Poulter for a closing birdie.
Finishes with a round of 67. 10 under, and you have to say his form is pretty good going into the open.
Second iron hole this afternoon after going up 32, going back to 4 over. That was not the first. A few putts. Plus pace. Come on, come on, come on. And he goes at 11 under.
Trouble for Louis and Mikko Elonen is that Avray is at 14 under.
Yeah. He had a couple of fourths earlier on in the season, though. We heard that Louis, he's sort of finding his way now into the European Tour. Let's say 2 wins back in the Sunshine Tour. Over 283 to reach the left-hand bunkers off this tee. 3 wood. The pins down the bottom left, he might have 1 tree. That might worry the second shot.
Well, I suppose you can always throw it into the bank on the right. Mickelson out with a fairway wood again.
Hope that. Who did it hit? Hope. Very lucky. So going a little right. whatever happens, I think Bernie can take a lot of heart into the Open next week. He really hasn't had a great deal of fortune. Maybe his luck is about to change.
Lennon. Second to the 490-yard 16, par 4. Beautiful shot.
Fabulous. I shot into the par 5 third like that too and made an eagle 3.
Superman, just in case. Don't know why he got a boat he can fly, can't he? I'm not sure. He drinks iron brew, you know. Bit of a hangover. Gregory and Ray, Phil Mickelson locked together the final 2 ball. Elsewhere, Steve Webster stepping back in real terms, level par. Lots of scores in the 60s.
I think it's been a reflection of, I know we've said it several times, on the day the weather's been perfect, there's been no breeze, and the course probably playing the best it's played all week.
Now Idanen for a birdie. Well done, that's 12 under. It's 2 behind.
2-3, who knows? Astonishing putty hit at the 9th.
Well, those good folk there didn't pay to get in.
It's the little chap, I think it's cold.
Well, they may be trying to push the boat afloat again.
Here is this 15th hole. Said it's just not a very long one, 415 yards. There's bunkers up there on the left to be avoided. 283 yards from the tee. The other bunker on the right seldom sees any business. Just the one bunker at the green front right, and a huge split in the screen. The right-hand side of the screen is a good 10 feet higher than the left. So where the hole is today, cut down the bottom side, you can use the bank to try and throw the ball closer to the hole. But it is, you've got to say, a good tee shot, it is a birdie opportunity.
Now Ray, first of all. 152 yards to go. 8 iron.
Beautiful release. Go on. Well done, Lucky.
Only out then. $176 translates to just a smooth 7.
Pulled.
Doesn't like it.
Just pulled it up. Asking a lot, he's made a couple of birdies there already this week. Mickelson, can he find the green?
He's been lucky again.
Well, I think he actually hit it.
That's where they were standing.
Good shot. Had the opportunity to give it a little squirt cut, into position. He's got a lot of shots in his bag. a great shot on those long irons. Beautifully. Very good one. It's not wrong, but 6 iron tops.
Side by side. It's a fairly straightforward chip for Avray, but I guess when you're playing for £500,000.
It should come a little from his right, but I think he can use the putter properly.
Well, only else is popular. This is wherever he goes, but particularly in Scotland. I love his style. He's always produced the goods around Barclays. So he has a putt for 65. Been a good reception for Jose Manuel Lara as well. Nice.
The way he's been putting. A little from his right.
Got the fin out, got the flag out.
Run it out. Run it out.
Oh, that was so close.
I don't think it's a good idea what to do with his putt.
So he finished in the top 10 in 2004. Just. That's his best performance around this course.
A little from his right. What a chance.
You have to admit, it's a classy performance. Quite clearly he's not at his best. And his driver is his enemy, not his friend today, but he still leads. Classy.
That's classy, like holding really virtually nothing, but his drive has been his spell. He's hitting in miles and straight. But Illinen, chance for a 2 at 17. Go. Doesn't leave many short.
The 18th green. Anyhow, it'd be nice if he hold this. Only to make an old man very happy. Finishes on 13 under. It's a lead in the club out around 65. Just 1 or 2 too many.
He's on the 2-3. Fantastic finish, great, but let's see see the lines there, but well played early. Nice to see a couple of putts go in, a few more could have done, and he played golf. And had the putter been hot like Mickelson, he would have probably snatched his title with something astonishing.
Just looking at his score, I think he had something like 12 threes.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to be happy with that.
Going with a driver. Let's hit it on this fairway every day.
My producer reckons the ball is in there, I'm not so sure.
Driven it beautifully. Just watch how good the balance is in the swing, how nice the swing is past his left side. Looks an absolutely effortless relief. Tremendous, a bit of
Raphael
Jacqueline,
yeah.
isn't it? Just like Jacqueline.
Well, and he's thrown his visor to the crowd, so he obviously doesn't think there will be a playoff. Or not involving him anyway.
Beautifully done.
You know, Phil Mickelson must come over here, and he knows all about the Ryder Cuppers, but you'd see someone like Gregory Everett swinging as smoothly as that and think, well, there's even more of them.
That's right, yeah. It's good for the tour. I think the European Tour can hold its head up high.
I reckon the ball is somewhere by our sound man.
Go back. Mickelson, as you said, the driver's not been his friend at all this time. Missed a lot of fairways. And he's got fairly fortunate often. I mean, turned the last hole into the crowd, turned it into a birdie 3. And,
I'll tell you what, that drive, if it had been sort of 5 yards further, would have been in deep trouble.
oh, absolutely. On the out of bounds. Now, look, aiming out towards that far or the left-hand bunker. 300 yards to get past it. That seems to, hooking.
There goes any chance of it. His trip to Carnoustie. What a pity.
Needed a 4 for 66.
It's the weather that's coming this way. You can see it is raining, and the forecast is severe weather headed towards Loch Lomond. But he doesn't like to take too many chances, the resident weatherman of the European Tour. Told us we'd have a plague of locusts once in Sweden. Finished by 2 o'clock, there was nothing left to do other than down the front and in the bar.
This is for the Barcher, who's running along at even par today and currently joint 13th. The camera may look like it's gone a long way right, but it's okay.
Well, 13th, 48,300, not to be sneezed at. Now the question on the 16th is how is Mickelson lying?
74 and 7, 181. Yeah. What's that?
I don't think he can go for the green from that sort of angle.
What breezes there would just come into us already, yeah.
Well, he just played a nice little slice push cut, but from not too far. But now he's got a lot further to go here. And let's sort of look what's faced him here. This water here hardly in play off the tee, but you can see quite a severe dogleg to the left. And the further left you go on the fairway, you shorten the second shot in. But he's behind those trees now, Phil, and he's got the ditch to carry, and a ditch down the left, and nothing but rubbish on the left. So, and missed down the bank on the right, then he couldn't get it up and down. So he's got to make a big decision. If he has a go, better to try and trust his pitching, I think. As Hamlet did yesterday, remember, he was in a bit of trouble, played up, and then played a good pitch and held it. Shot here could put a load of pressure on Mickelson once again.
Well, Savaray to play first, 197 yards, 4 iron. Now we'll be concentrating on the problems that Mickelson's got, but don't ignore this man. He's only won once on tour, which is a little bit of a surprise. He won the 2001 Italian Open, but he has been in prime form in recent weeks.
Very good. It's the right green, right leg. Just unlucky. Not safe enough.
And let's concentrate on Mickelson's ball. Looks as though he's going to do the smart thing and just lay up.
Sensible play.
Where did we see make a par here yesterday? I think someone laid up. Anyway.
Oh, well, no, Gregory Havre, just saying.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry, just Havre.
Oh, sorry, you said that. Not paying attention again.
Well, it's getting fairly tense now.
Yeah, I mean, you just wish that Ernie had made one of those putts, don't you?
Well, there were 3 very maker ones, 14, 15 and 16, and you felt if the one went in for 2 at 14, another eagle, there was, you never know what he might have done.
On the long arm of the law, just tailing Phil Mickelson. There's some on the car park controls tonight. We'll never go home.
Third shot for him, Oops. So he spent a lot of cash on this hole.
He has.
Superb exhibition of pitching this afternoon. Be surprised if this one ends up inside 6 feet. Again, the pressure very much on him. His partner playing one just off the green and only one shot back.
Whether Phil Mickelson can keep holding the putts.
Well, he missed one. He had 7-1 putts on the front now. That really is to say he's only 3 under par. And all of a sudden, it's more difficult than it was moments ago. Havre's chipped downhill from where he is. And he's got a bit of a fluffy lie, as they say.
Fluffy.
Fluffy lie.
I don't know which part of Wales that was from, but it looks to be sitting up quite well.
That's a fair one.
But it's easy to sort of slip underneath it. easy to go past.
Go on, run it out.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's funny that yesterday Phil Mickelson hardly missed a fairway.
Tried to play beautifully, I said, really. It's been a bit scrappy. Right, fourth shot here for Illinen into the 18th.
Also scrambling.
Great. His caddy, so you're not going to let it go with that. Money in the pocket that's got the cotton over it, and we'll keep it in.
Well, there's the money in pounds. It's a total prize fund of £3 million. It's looking for fourth, fifth, maybe seventh place. But I mean, a huge amount of money. Seventh place wins £90,000.
True.
No,
That would have been
No.
his 10th single putt of the day had it gone in. We said all along this last few holes, it's a really tough finish. And now can Havre pop one in to get draw level again. And who knows if that happens, if you feel that Ernie can't get into a playoff, you feel one of them will stay in this situation. But you can never tell.
you
Can't
you
tell.
just never know. Mickelson looks a little pensive. He didn't come all this way to muck it up on the last few holes. That's probably what he's telling himself.
See, this is obviously not Ernie missed it on the right. Nicholson just missed it on the left here, so not to look for too much now. He has held out well. But all of a sudden this is once again for the share of the lead.
Just keep your nerve. Well done. So Mickelson and Havre 14 under. Well, there will be when hopefully Mickelson taps his in.
Take holding.
That confirms it. 14 under. Ernie Els in the clubhouse. 13 under. And suddenly, I know what you're saying about it's unlikely that Ernie Els will be in a playoff, but suddenly it looks possible.
Yeah. This game, you never know which way it's going to turn. Very impressive. I mean, Havre been hitting shot after shot, dead straight. Really nice Mickelson straight at it. A nice part for you, but 5 or 6 irons coming out, and then a difficult drive at 8.
Well, the smile's back on Phil's face. And I suppose I just love the thrill of competition.
Yeah, it's there too. Look, see all the bunkers. God, there's been one on the right, 3 on the left. And a couple of different levels, as you can see, on the 17th green, and the hole today is right in the back there. 29 paces in, 5 from the left. So
There it is, just cut at the top of a ridge. Will be Havre. He has the honour, and his job is just to make sure he's well on the green.
oh yeah. 5 iron and 212 yards to go. See if the balance remains as good as it's been all week.
I think he likes it. I don't know. Hang on, hang on. That's pretty good.
You know, Mickelson probably have a dip at the pin.
What a question, as they say. In certain parts of South Africa. 212 yards. Got a 5 iron. You expect this right at it.
Things are very tight. Eyeballing it. Good shot.
Everyone their scorers and policemen. This is Illinan for bogey 5.
It's a shame.
And that's 6. It's going to drop Miko to a 68 final round and 10 under. So his chance of going to the Open Championship has disappeared, and it's looking like that man that you saw, Gregory Avray, looks favourite.
Archer. Par. 71. A bit of a back problem, a bit of a strategy yesterday. Very out of feet. He said he was feeling okay when he started today.
71 sees his back figuratively covered in spike marks. Cruel game at times. Miko knows. So, Illinan, which is -10. At the moment, it's a share of 8th place with Ian Poulter. To 18, and if it's necessary, go to 18 again, and if they still can't be separated, go to 9, and then they go to 18 again.
Do this game in front of this game, really for the title, but do your stays, make it 3 at the last hole, jump it up to 2. That's the 3rd spot. 4th spot at his own indeed, which is a tremendous effort. He's really had a couple of
Right
fourths.
up from the jump line.
Yeah. It just came from the jump.
No, big time, no.
I've got a feeling somehow one of these chaps is going to hold a putt.
Whenever a knot's technically on the green, he's on the fringe, so entitled to have the pin left in if he so desires. Steve Webster first of all. Level par, 9 under.
Difficult pin to get at back right here. But he's done it. That is a glorious shot.
But he's level 10th at the moment. And this will get him into level 8th. And that will be a major result for what's been a miserable season for various reasons for Steve so far.
Chance for a 2 from just off the edge of the green. Or Havre. And a very good roll.
Looks like the first 2/3 it tries to go left and the last third tries to go right.
Is this the time when the experience really counts? Gregory Havre, 1 win on the European Tour. Phil Mickelson, 33 wins on the American Tour, including 3 majors.
Yeah. Looking good if he's hit it. If he's hit it.
Well, class is counting. Nothing Gregory can do about that. He might just have to settle for second place. £330,000. What a class for Phil Mickelson.
He's putted them off the golf course, really.
Yep. He looks, his eyes look a bit sparkly, don't they? Important though that Ray keeps his nerve, holds it, but you never know. If Mickelson takes his driver out of the last, he hasn't been that consistent with it. And there's water all up the left.
Well done. It's getting harder and harder to make it. There's so many good players out there. You've got to have a good deal of fortune as well as play remarkably well.
Worth looking at this putt again. My only doubt was it going to reach? But it was beautifully weighted.
Actually sort of snake up there, didn't it? Went a couple of ways, it ended up going right to the centre. You've got to take your hat off to him, this guy. Birdied 13, dropped at 14. Birdied 15, dropped at 16, birdied 17. Birdie chance from Steve Webster at 18.
Yeah, well, a slightly lesser no, but no less important for Steve Webster. Well done. That puts him into equal 8th place. He's going to pick up a check for around about £75,000, which is going to give him a boost, and also is going to probably prevent a trip to the qualifying score at the end of the season.
Louis Eustace, is he putting for? I wonder. Needs a touch here. The 3 would get him to 4th on his own. The 4 would be joint 4th. Well done. Wonderful.
A wonderful weekend for Eustace.
And another big check. 3rd, 4th spot on the European Tour this year.
I bet it's the most lucrative, and about £150,000. Right, one last drive.
Looked like he was heading for the bunkers, and once again
He's had a bit of luck. You can't deny it. Might be the world number 3, but even then, you need a bit of luck. So what can Havre get? Can he delve deep one last time, or is he going to settle for second place? The not inconsiderable consolation of £330,000, comfortably the biggest prize he will have ever earned.
Just stay in the present. Keep swinging it the way you've done all afternoon. It's been a lovely exhibition. Just missed the second fairway, it cost him a shot. And again, a little unlucky. He didn't get a good bounce at the 10th, the only other shot he dropped. To the right of that tent. Once again, the balance superb. Stay. Good shot.
Flirted with the water.
Short of the second shot.
Well, it's good now.
That's good, and he's also got the angle straight up the green to the pin where Nicholson has to come over the bunkers.
I suppose Nicholson can aim at the left of the green. But he won't. He will go straight at the pin.
But I did like what Gregory Havre said when they were saying no chance to get to go from here. He said, I'm meant to go to go. Oh,
Yeah. Well, he's very close now. In fact, he can, if he got a road atlas in his bag, you can look at that. Because if you turn right out of it, it's the back way to Carnoustie. You avoid all the traffic. Unfortunately, we're going to Glasgow, so we've got the alternative. Turn left and queue.
Well, the scoring has been simply terrific today. Some people enjoyed this with me. Watched the whole, saw all the people, as you said, 25,000 people out here today must have been a time.
Well, I think it's, without looking up the records, but I'm pretty sure it's the finest day for scoring that I've seen. I've been coming quite a long time. I think ever since '96.
Raising a little gallop there, Phil. Chief of the lady scorers there. Once again, Jenny Summers in picture. And they've done a great job, the girls. Got to take your hat off to them.
Is she involved next week as well?
No, I don't think so, no.
Just the one, Loch Lomond.
The girls come from all over the country, not just from Scotland.
Now we're hearing, looks okay, but the lie actually is not that good. 191 he's got to the pin. And of course it will be, I suspect, it will be Mickelson to play first.
I think he was saying to Havre, you've got the pins and needles, or the, walking up, the excitement and how you feel. Well, he's got away with a couple of lies in the course of the sharpman's play. Can he find a way out of this one? For a normal person, 191 yards out of a line like that, that's not a proposition. They're so strong and powerful.
We were saying, oh, he's lucky he's pitched between the two bunkers. He'd probably prefer to be in the bunker.
Probably wanted to.
Certainly in the back of the bunker.
67 will take care of the front, false front.
Okay. 191. But the ball sat
I'm
down.
not kind of dead, so I have to go a little bit more club, even though I'm going left. I was thinking between 7 and 6, but with 7, I'm going to shut up. About 80. Right around 80.
Talking about a 7 now. Once more. He will give crash.
It's a very difficult up and down. There is a chance for Gregory Emre.
Find a second shot here.
What he could.
If he makes 3, he could snatch it.
Yeah, he could snatch it from under the eyes of Phil Mickelson.
Well, there's only once has Mickelson failed to get it up and down from the edge of a green, and that was at 14. He actually took 4. 6 iron for Havre. He has hit a lot of super iron shots during the course of this week. Can he find it something special on the final hole?
It's not an easy pin for him because he tends to draw the ball. It's cut over on the right-hand side.
Only 2 bases in, 6 from the right, but he is looking straight up the green. I've seen a couple of boys get it close. That's way, looking good.
Come on. A little unlucky because it's so easy for a bit and spun back down the hill.
He's played behind the dark glasses all afternoon, but he's played beautifully, as we said.
Well, you're just getting a taste of the emotions that he's obviously feeling behind those glasses.
So I think there's almost a tear there, because he knows he's got his spot in the open.
It'd be lovely to travel to Carnoustie with £500,000 in your pocket. You could have a limo. One for the clubs and one for the academy.
Not an easy trip for him.
Phil Mickelson. I wouldn't have expected this hard a fight from Martin Gregory Everett, who we probably not heard of before he played this week.
True enough. That's good. Spectators.
Bidding, we're trying to become the second Frenchman to win this Scottish Open title. Almost no way. With the first.
And you can see a couple of different levels that face Phil Mickelson, and a lot of green between him and the hole. 2 steps to negotiate, and 32 paces the hole is from the front of it. It's got to be a very exact shot. I wonder what type of shot he'll try and play. A running type, or try and carry it all the way back.
Well, remember, he's one shot to the good at the moment. Credit to these two, they've both stayed ahead of the pack throughout the afternoon. Skidded, I mean.
Well, he was down below, and
Yeah.
coming up, you know, pitched it all the way up, and I said all along, it was never going to be an easy little chip from there. He's got a tester for a par and now hand break. He could, if he just finds another putter this rain, knock it in, even as I said, he might just snatch
Might be a
the
two-shot swing.
as there was at 14.
It's quite exciting, isn't it?
It's a little more than quite.
English sort of reserve. Importantly, it's going to be Gregory Avray first. It's not an easy putt.
No, it's not an easy putt.
Mind you, is there such thing as an easy putt for £500,000? I'd somehow doubt it.
He said he's just run into form. He's really struggled. He finished 15th in his national championship in France, 3rd last week in the Smith Cup of European Open. And could he go even better than what a 3 weeks it's been. All huge money events. Hold your head.
Slightly away to the right. So many have done that. Well, it's around at 68. Target is 14 under. And quite simply, John Nicholson has to hold his to take the Scottish Open.
An enormous putt at 17. That's had to be a good 25 foot at the biggest hole from the previous green. Do it again. He's putted like an absolute wizard all afternoon.
Well, whatever happens, he's, as we say, on the way to Carnoustie. Well, I think he knows it will try and get away to the right. Really, it's not about holding the putt, it's about willing the putt into the hole.
There are 24 putts in this round, estimated 25 putts for the round. They had to scramble a lot. This for the championship. There you go.
I think he thought he got it now. No, it's not dead.
Think back to a couple of putts that Ernie missed 3 in a row. He's finished one back again. He missed a stack of putts during the course of the week. No, this now, he needs to hold the same tie, and Havre can hardly bear to watch. And this is not a gimme. Not for 1 second. It's a gimme.
This to take it into extra holes.
It's amazing he's gone birdie, drop, birdie. Hoping to drop just a single shot and stay in a tie.
It's the cloud. Which is great credit to Gregory Avray.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sudden death prayer will commence from the 18th tee as soon as the players assign their cards.
So that's the way it finished in real time. Morrison and Gregory Avray will go to extra holes, or extra sudden death, extra holes, and Avray confirmation he's earned his place in the Open Championship. Lucky Louis Oosthuizen almost made it, but a great weekend for Oosthuizen.
And for Stoney, for that matter. They both made it right on the mark. Just one under par and had brilliant weekends.
Incidentally, Ballantyne's for the round of the day. You've a bottle of reserve whiskey, and it went to Soren Hansen of 65 on account back, and 64 Gregory Avray, 64 yesterday for Louis Oosthuizen, and 64 today for Luke Donald and Richard Sterney. I'll let them sort that out.
It's a wonderful day scoring. I mean, a couple of 64s.
I think it will be actually to Luke Donald, because he's got 31 on the back nine, and it's a count back.
Oh, there's a lot of excitement, and it's not over yet. A strange finish, wasn't it, for Mickelson, really, when you think about it. Par 5. Go at the next, and really got lucky, and then took 5, and birdie the next. Dropped at 16, birdie 17, dropped at 18. Really not chipping and putting 16, even he made his par there. But you never know, things will turn out differently. You can never tell how it's going to turn out. I think Ernie can take a lot out of this final round.
Been a tremendous 4 days. And it's not over yet. I think the weather is closing in. We might have rain before the end of the playoff. Of course, they have to go in and check their cards. Then usually they're buggied back to the 18th tee. Might be jet skied. I was looking on the way home last night. I was looking at the boats moored in the bay. I think, well, how do they get out and get on the boats?
They're probably tied to the bank somehow. They'll pull them in, I think. A lot of people waiting to see the Scottish Open's finish.
1 or 2 trying to get a bit of a start and drifting away. That's the ninth they're walking across, which will be the other hole involved in the playoff if necessary. Just a reminder, they play 1 hole. If they halve that, they go on to the next one. If there's a winner, that's it. Mickelson is getting ready to go. Bones on the back, and Gregory Avray not far behind. Be interesting to see if yet again Phil Mickelson goes with the driver.
It will be. But, you know, it's a very strong finishing hole. No breeze to help the players. And it's 455 yards. And, you know, you can't back off too much and leave yourself too much to do, particularly where the hole is cut today.
You have to say that's a beautiful outlook. Looking north up the Loch. We're at the southern end on the western bank.
Well, I'll be having a little lunch on something there, Gregory Avray, so.
Usually a banana, isn't it?
Yeah.
They have to be careful when they go into those roads. So I always remember you've got your hand caught.
Sporting Club of Berlin,
Yeah.
you ripped the whole back of the handle. Well, I think, you know, Levay snatched the title with 63. Edforth snatched it with 63 last year, and if Ernie had managed to hold a couple of extra putts, it would have been 63, And he would have nipped it. But 63's got to be the number in the last round. He had several 64s, but never really managed that elusive 63. But here, another good look. You can see if you go across the loch there, corner of the loch, it shortens the hole considerably, but it takes a very powerful hit. To get past the far bunker, there's 316 yards. And then the second shot into the green, that's cut right in the back right corner.
We had a playoff in 2002, I think, when Eduardo Romero won.
So that was against the Jacobsen,
Freddie
wasn't it?
Jacobsen, yeah.
Jacobsen.
And there's Big John Paramore waiting to do the honours. He usually tosses a coin. I suppose for Gregory Avray, you know, he can give it a go. No one can take his £330,000 away. And he's
He could still win 500,000.
Oh yeah.
And how would that bump him up the order of merit?
Well, 330,000 is also going to bump him up.
It's over, you better believe.
Okay, no hurry, take a few seconds.
Right, Phil Mickelson looks to have won the toss, and he's going into bat, so to speak.
Here we go.
Driver again. Very anxiously.
In the loch.
Oh, it's,
Was that the ball?
well, I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it is.
It is, yeah.
No, it's in. Well, being a left-hander, he might just have a chance, but that's a big error.
It is. You remember
What?
yesterday, came out of the water at the third.
Well, what
and
an
made a birdie out of it.
what an opportunity for Avray.
Yeah. It's in the hazard, believe us.
Now just keep smooth and put your normal swing on the ball.
And his balance has been superb throughout the event. We're going a bit right. So I think it's okay.
Well, when they reach down for the tee, they use it down. That's perfect.
Yeah.
500 grand.
Yes, you've got me several times today, haven't you? When I mentioned this morning, it was such a glorious I said, you could sell tickets for it day after. You said they have done straight away, you said so. And they have, and everybody that bought one has enjoyed it. So he's got a little extra time for them.
Well, somewhere down there is. Oh, can you, no, that's not it. It's going really close. I think it's fair to say that's not looking good. Can't even see it.
No? And where if he has got to drop back, it'll be somewhere near where Ilonen had to go back, right back nearly at the tee. So
I say, well, the only thing he's got going for him is he is left-handed.
that's right. See, it was
John Paramore, the chief referee, is there to give a ruling if required.
It's not good. Honest that Mickelson scrambled magnificently all afternoon, hasn't he? He certainly didn't hit the ball as well today as he did yesterday when he gave a masterclass, as you called it. And he did well to keep himself, where Havre's basically hit the ball really solidly all afternoon, but he has missed a lot of fairways and a lot of greens. And his short game has kept it right there.
Well, Mickelson had a round of 69 and 13 inwards. Didn't have a single par. It was either birdie or bogey. Mickelson is getting that sinking feeling.
26 putts in around 60.
Straight at the end of the stick. Okay. Sorry, right here.
Back it up, please, cameraman. Thank you.
And if being able to take a stance, but whether he can get anything on the ball, somewhat doubt.
John.
Yeah, Phil Mickelson calling John Paramore over.
Well, if this man knocks it right in the middle of the green, not sure what Mickelson will decide to do. That's what he has to do now. Another good, well-timed swing. Six iron from 183, and it looked a good one. But it's bunker. Why did he go? Perfect range. But he didn't have to go.
No. I still think he's favourite. So he can't ground the club.
I think it's going to come out okay.
Okay.
I don't know if I can get it far enough right to...
This, you could leave it in the easiest way. I still haven't seen the ball of you, Biggs.
No, and you know, the long grass could get the club. Oh, that's a good shot. That's such a strong man.
Well, now, the way he's pitched the ball.
Twists and turns. You have to say that, you know, he was dead in that line, but somehow there's Havre's ball in the bunker, come out of its pitch mark, which is fortunate. You know, you say 8 out of 10 times in normal conditions, he'd probably get up and down there.
That's right, that's the bunker shot, of course, that's Stanley Hutchinson for his wonderful 64. He really did bounce back 30 from his drop shot at 16, went 2-3. All of a sudden, it's a whole different ball game for Mickelson. Now he knows if he pitches the stiff. If he does, he makes 4, and he's in the greatest exhibition of a short game player that I've ever seen. Knew something, had to make 3 to win this one. Mickelson got 85 yards, I think, to the hole. exhibition pitching from this sort of range.
Miscalculated from a little bit closer in normal play. Took a 5.
So I think it's an easier shot. Ever wasting no time.
I think the rain might be getting closer and closer. So fairly anxious to end it. He can end it here if he should hold it. He's not going to take it quite as quickly as we first thought. That's probably very sensible.
Comfortable and ready to play. Play before you're ready. Nicholson desperately quick to get downhill there. Just think of stuff. Yeah, there's the rain beds, I think. On the upslope. Make sure you hit it hard now.
Yeah, no words really required. It just goes one way and then it goes the other, and then back. Wouldn't like to call it, but advantage has to be with Abre.
Probably a little further past than it looked. Like I said, not dead. Nicholson has unbelievable ability around the greens. You feel almost confident this will frighten the hole if he looks to be chipping it. He's a gambler at heart, isn't he? The way he goes about it. Chiplin wants to win the PGA Championship, didn't he, in America? But a tough one.
In for 5.
I thought a 5 was better.
So, the most valuable 4-footer in Gregory Abre's life.
That's more
Yeah,
than
it might be 5, but 4 5-footer.
There's your 4, there's your 5. It's just pretty second with the European Tour.
It's very missable. But he's been pretty good from this length and a little bit longer, holding out. This for the Barclays Scottish Open.
Probably a couple of Frenchmen lurking with champagne ready to explode if this goes in.
He's got it. Well done, Gregory. Gregory Abre is the Barclays Scottish Open champion. And he did it the hard way. He took on world number 3 Phil Mickelson. And in the end, the Frenchman was superb. Here we go.
Well, that Levy with a champagne, I knew it. They are wonderful winners.
You know, and Rafael and Thomas could have headed off, but they stayed to watch their compatriot, fellow countrymen, get the greatest win of his career to date. Ridley, Bourdais, they're all there.
Wasted all your champagne again.
Believe me, he's got a few bottles left. £500,000 he can afford to waste a bottle or two. Brilliant.
The Barclays ceremony for this year's Barclays Scottish Open will take place here on the 18th green in a few moments' time.
Big, tall, quiet man, but you can see him. Popular and well liked he is. A magnificent achievement.
Thank you. The BBC is going to give you a Brittany trophy and the backdrop. Thanks. Keep it off. Straight to the BBC.
An interview will follow.
The pipes are calling.
That's Gordon Simpson, the press officer.
The BBC was going to do it live. They're going to do it at the back.
Phil Mickelson's still there. And Mickelson as well. Very good about himself going to Carnoustie. You want to work with on the driver a bit.
Yeah, it's a strange old day. As you said, he went birdie 13, drop at 14, birdie 15, drop at 16, birdie 17, drop at 18, then another drop. But he nearly snatched another par out of a wild drive. It was a very solid performance from Gregory Humphrey. Lucky for Phil, lucky for anybody else. So much good golf was on display today. It's been just a marvelous afternoon. Another look.
This was the winning moment. Never looked in doubt, did it?
It was right in the middle. He did putt really well. Oh, yeah. Boy, the caddy was probably more nervous than he was, because that's the biggest payday of his life, too, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. And here they come, Raphael Jacqueline leading the charge. Well, he's a gallant winner. And Hazel will
Thanks,
be-
Peter. Yes, Gregory, I'm not going to give you a cuddle here, otherwise I'm going. No, thank you, but we'll talk in just a moment. First of all, Bob Diamond, president of Barclays, just sum up the week. What a fantastic finish for us here.
It was an incredible week, Hazel, from beginning to end. The weather, the fans, the quality of golf, not just Gregory, but to see Phil and Ernie right down to the wire. What a great week.
Well, I think it's time that your company parted company with some of the prize money and indeed this magnificent trophy. Please do the honours first, Bob.
Gregory, on behalf of 130,000 of us at Barclays, we're really, really pleased to give you this trophy for the Barclays Scottish Open. Congratulations.
Thank you
Great
so
effort.
much. Well, thanks. Thank you very much. It's just awesome.
Gregory, I have to ask you, Barclays Scottish Open champion, could you have believed that today, going head-to-head, toe-to-toe with the world number 3 in the world?
Well, not really. No, I was really pleased on my first 3 days, but I knew that today would be awesome, whatever the result. But I didn't expect. I mean, a good game with Phil. We both played good. It's just awesome to play with him on the last round here. Hear this fantastic music. It's just a dream. A dream. Cannot say more than it's a dream.
Tell us about your thoughts and the state of your nerves standing on the 18th there for the playoff, particularly when you saw Phil get into a bit of trouble off the tee there.
Yeah, well, Phil was struggling with his driving today, and I knew 18 would be a tough one, because it's obviously a very hard tee shot. But when you are struggling a bit, you know that 18 is very hard. And before the playoff, he put a little bit on the right. He had a bogey, and he came and slightly sliced it. And yeah, after I had to drive, and hopefully did a good one, and but I had still a bunker shot to play, a bit long, and that beautiful putt left to right down here. So.
Well, you've been spattered with champagne. I'm sure you're not complaining. And the other thing to celebrate, of course, is entry into the Open Championship. What a bonus for you. And just tell us about your thoughts of playing in your first major championship.
It's awesome. Again, I came to the French Open. I had something like 20 tournaments in my pocket, 10 cuts, something. I was struggling and making some 30s or 40s place. And I've played well at the French. Finished third last week. Didn't get in because of Pelé Berg, of a better round. And I knew I had a chance here. Well, I didn't really think about it, and I was just playing, you know, day after day, shot after shot, and I was enjoying so much here. It's just a dream again. And yeah, I felt a little bit at the end that I was able to catch this spot, and I was also able maybe to catch Phil, and I did both.
You've done brilliantly today, and we wish you well for Carnoustie. We remember the exploits of a Frenchman there a few years ago. Yeah. I'm sure you do too, and that you'll be flying the flag rather for France. Bonne chance, monsieur.
Merci beaucoup.
Okay.
That was a lovely interview, and Gregory is very happy. Obviously, he even said the bagpipes even likes that music.
Well, that's right. No, it's been a fantastic day, and well done to him. And now his second one under the belt. I'm sure you'll find him winning a few more, because it's been too long since he last won. But he's a very, very good player and possibly been underrated. But I think this will give him enormous confidence.
Yeah, well, we move from the west of Scotland to the east and the Open Championship at Carnoustie. I hope you'll be able to watch that. That promises to be a real crack at the 136 Open Championship. But the Barclays Scottish Open has certainly delivered. We've enjoyed it. Hope you have too. Until we see you next time, from Dennis Hutchinson and myself, Steve Beddow, it's goodbye from the Bonnie Banks. Cheerio.